It's Friday morning. It's day, I think, 591. So if anyone doesn't realise, I do a video every single day. So if you're new watching, that's why. And it's 591 days since the first UK lockdown. That's when it first started as a joke. Anyway, I'm on the Merlot now. I'm just going to unload a wagon with something expensive on it. Nice sunrise there over fertiliser that's been delivered, which is nice because it means that we've got some, because some may not, especially come spring, who knows. Anyway, I've got the bag lifter on. I'm just trying to get them as high as I can in the back of the shed, and then they take up as least room as possible. So these look to be different bags than the last ones. Oh no, maybe it's just that I've got all of the back of them. They've got a red stripe on them. I ate 600 kilo bags. You've only got to look at them and they just kind of like fall over. So I was putting that one on the top of there and it put too much pressure on the top corner of that and it just flopped down. So I've got to get a little strap round it now to lift it out. Stand it back up now with the strap. You can see for the reflection. Got to watch now I don't stab the bag behind as well. There we go. They're a right nuisance. They're just too tall and just want to topple over. Whereas the ton bags are shorter and squatter and squarer and they don't fall over. But we couldn't get them this year. Should we ban these bags? They just fall over. That one there just fell forwards. There's two left now. Second load's on a curtain sider, so this is where it's handy with these bag lifter. There we go, all unloaded. Looks like it's got some potash on the front. Andrew's just using a mini Merlot to do a little bit of chipping. Hopefully we'll get this wagon out now before Simon brings more chipping tips here. Thought I might be able to spray now, but it's actually raining. Anyway, I'm going to modify this because it's got like lumps of weld on the end of it. It doesn't want to slide in. So I'm going to smooth it off with the grinder. Like blobs in the weld. So I'll grind them off smooth. Back at the paint shop, I've now got this isolator primer. So when you put that on now, it'll act like we're painting on burnt metal. Got another tin of black paint in case we run out. And then Sam said get plenty of cups. Well, 50 of them, £4. Just working out now what the fertiliser cost the last growing season for the wheat, and then I'm going to work out what it costs this year as well if we can get a chance. It's like military spec, innit? It's Desert Storm. That's the, what's it called? Something primer. Isolator primer. So that now when we paint on that, it'll just be like painting onto normal metal, hopefully. It like locks in the coat underneath. Sam's just pushing up some of the double tip now with the loading shovel, making it bark. It's steamy. On the mini Merlot, and it needs diesel, and it's done. Oh, we did. How many hours it done yesterday, didn't we? But yeah, it needs diesel. And the gas gun's working because my dad didn't think it was, but it's hissing and it's firing. And there we go, loads of pigeons coming off the sunflowers. Just walking across to check the flood now. It's obviously subsided quite a bit. Got some seagulls on it. Wheat looks even better from this direction. A little bit of weed in it we can spray off, but looks okay. Got a bit of a tide mark round there where the bean stubble was washed around. Bits of stalk and stuff that have floated over this way because the wind's been blowing this way for the last few days. And we've got a bit of driftwood as well. Anyway, I'll go and find a brick because I think it's in this tram line. So there's the brick and there's the flood. So it's gone down quite a lot. Let me just wipe the lens. It's a lot smaller. I don't know, probably a third the size now. So it might be gone by tomorrow maybe. I thought it might be gone by this afternoon, but obviously not. So I'll go over and show you how the pumps work because a few people were asking that the other day. Oh, actually no, I'll put a picture on now of what it looked like on Monday, was it? So yeah, so that was Monday. Right, so we were stood over there before looking this way. This is where the pumps start to pump in. So in the bottom of that water there, there's like a gate that the water flows through. Then the pumps then pump the water up through this banking, so that we've got pumps underneath these grids, and then blow it out into the ditch here now, so you can see it bubbling out there. The other day the ditch was right up near the top, wasn't it? So it's a permanent problem now, and we're losing acres each year worth of corn. So the plan will be is make this ditch have a lot more capacity, sort of 10 or 20 times more capacity, which would probably hold the likes of the water on it now. So if you did get a flood, it'd be gone in days, but realistically you wouldn't get a flood, because we build some of the ground up around it as well. So you'll have like a big deep hole that can hold a lot of water, that can go up and down like that without bursting over to this sort of like flat area that we've got now. And the flatter area we'd then bring across to meet, and that way then we've got more farmable land, and then we'll be left with a lake that hopefully we could do something with, whether it be some sort of fishing lake or something like that, and then it could pay its own way rather than just being a dead ground that costs money and electric to drain. The other night we had quads on this block of ground up here, and apparently someone told me that the quads have knocked the fence down, and they're accessing it in this top corner. So I'm going to find a tram line. It's a bit wet, but I've got a big bale of straw that's all wet and horrible, and I'm going to try and block the fence as well where they're coming through. I'm going to find a tram line to drive down. This is going to be beans this next year, this field. It's too wet to get a cover crop in it though. Yeah, so the quads are basically coming down these paths, and then this has completely fell down. So I'm going to get a bale of straw and put it in it to stop them driving through. So I'll put that bale there so you can walk through here quite easily. Sorry it's noisy, the motorway's exactly there. You can walk through and everything like that, but you can't get a quad through that gap. Got a quiz question for you, and you probably won't get it right. So if you've seen the size of that wheel there, now it looks like it's off a wagon. Well, guess what it's off, because that's a wagon wheel next to it. So there's a huge difference in size. But yeah, leave a comment if you think you know what it's off. It's a Bridgestone, and it's a 445 95 R25. So it's huge, and it blew out. But what's it off? When I was in the field, I noticed this sort of stripe on this trailer where it's got condensation, so I presume it's full of water to that level there, because it's still got the drain plugs in. They need taken out, but let's go and have a look and see what's in it. Ugh, like a stagnant pond. I have to let the drain plugs out. Bolted in the corns. Gonna need a spanner. I'm rearranging in the chip bay now so that we can put some of Simon's chip in this side, keep it separate from ours a bit easier. Anyway, all the bales are all over the place and they're full of chips, so I'm just going to get them all, shake them all out, get the chip off the top of them, and then keep dropping my phone. Get the chip off the top of them and then rearrange them along that side better. That's slightly more organised now. So we've got a division down the shed. The one kind of chip and the other kind of chip this side. So, well, actually that's the same, so that's going to come out and go over there, and then that'll be used for Simon's chip. 936 update. So this 4, it was like green, that colour green, army spec. It's now dried, so Sam's now going back over now with the primer again. So hopefully then, once the primer's on, then Monday when it's baked, we'll then get it all black, then lacquered, and then start putting it all back together. Andrew's diesel tank has had the same, what was it called? The primer? Isolator primer on it now, because that was going a bit funny. So that'll now get the grey primer, and that'll get ready for painting green as well. Off his 55. This was the mud guard that had the sort of the deep scar across here in it. Anyway, that'll be black as well on Monday. I forgot to show you, but Sam's made all these corners a lot smoother. We put radiuses on them and along the bottom here, so it'll go in the bags easier on the bag lifter. Some people saying that they'd have trouble with their aerial getting water in it because it was puddling in the middle of the roof. Well, that is sat up on a bracket, you know, an inch high, and it's nowhere near a jet wash can get it either. So Anyway, someone from Trimble's contacted me on Twitter and said if I send him a serial number of the old one, he'll have a look and see what he can do. So the dealer's got the old one, so I need to get it back off him to get the serial number. A couple of congratulations for today before it goes too dark. We've got plenty on the birthday bumper. So there's your name there. Happy birthday. Also, congratulations to Tom Pemberton. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I don't know whether that means you get 4 plaques, but when you get to 100,000 subscribers, you get a plaque. Also, don't forget, if you subscribe to someone's channel, you don't have to pay. There's 2 subscriptions for YouTube. There's a YouTube subscription where you pay and you don't see any adverts, a bit like Netflix. But then there's also just subscribing to someone's channel. It just gives you a notification if you're watching it, or you can click the bell icon and it sends it to your phone. That doesn't cost you anything. So if you want to subscribe to this channel, you can do that without actually getting charged. Also, I've reached 10,000 people following me on Instagram, which is great because now I can put links in my posts. So I can say, if you want to watch today's video, click here. Or more importantly, for the tractor run, I can say, if you want to donate, click here. Or other little things like that. I can direct people without them being able to copy and paste. So that's really good as well. So thanks to everyone that's followed me back on there. Also, if you're on Twitter, Agri Contract is me on Twitter as well. So I think I'm about 9,000 on that, but I've been on Twitter for years, so that's just a slow burn. Anyway, congratulations to all you guys anyway. It's gone dark now, it's Friday. I've had enough. It's been wet and really cold today and drizzly all afternoon. So I didn't get any spraying done. I'm hoping I can on Monday because it's supposed to be damp all weekend. So maybe we might play with some tractors tomorrow. Don't know, we'll see. See what hours this is on. So 2,278 hours on this mailer. So this is on a 20 plate. I forget, but I think it's 19 months old. So don't know what that works out a month. Someone could do the maths on that if you want. Anyway, we're just putting everything away now. That's it for today. I've got a guest outro as well. So here it is off Instagram.